Good morning, guys. All right, today is an interesting day, and that is solely because we've sold a bunch of, and I gotta find where I put it all. So first things first, I gotta get this big old boat out of here, because on that shelf someplace is some bits. I can't find them anywhere else, so I'm assuming they're on that shelf, and I can't get to the shelf successfully to look with this big old yacht in my way. So we're gonna push it outside, and then we'll get to the farm. So it's also that time of year where the weather's getting a little bit chillier outside, and you know what that means, right? Oh, the alarm went off. Okay. I don't know what I've done to this thing at some point, but I've figured out a way to every once in a while trigger its alarm. Oh, we just have to go in here, do one of those, do one of those. All right. The other thing also is you gotta start the car. I gotta start the car once in a while, because, there we go. So we're gonna have to drain the water out of it because I don't want it to freeze in there. And lately we've been getting down into the 30s. Too many times of that and things are gonna get real. But all right, guys, it is not looking good. All right, guys, so here's the skinny. I think I might have lost this thing. We're gonna run to the farm real quick. I'm gonna check two places that it may have somehow gotten put, back in my Yukon or in one of the bins underneath my workbench. I highly doubt that though, because it was in my garage and I had it, and now I don't know what I did with it. It's one of those things I listed on Facebook Marketplace, because many moons ago I used to have a automotive company called K&K Motorsports. You know, we bought and sold cars, but we also repaired them. It was repair shop first, then it was retail sales type thing. Anyway, I was a rough country dealer because lifted trucks sell better, and I got them very cheap. And I had some bits left over that were like lift kit bits. The kit that I'm talking about is a leveling kit, and it's for, I think, like an 08, 09 body style Silverado. Makes them look really good, actually. But yeah, I've lost it. The guy already PayPal'd me, and now I can't find it. In my defense though, I've had it up for like 8 months. At least. You know, I can't wait to get this transmission in, but yesterday I got tied up with that CC all day, so it's like, nothing happened. As you can tell. There's the tranny. Okay. Ouch. Ugh. Nothing. Oh, maybe? No. All right. The Yukon has kind of turned into this weird collection. Is that it? No, that's not it. Man, check out Juan. This is good stuff. You know, here's the deal about this. At the end of the day, this is farther than I was, and that's a move in the right direction. So, it might look like poo, but you know what? That's mostly because the material has had a lot of surface rust on it, and that's it. It's still good underneath of it. Anyway, back to our hunt. We're on a treasure hunt. On a treasure hunt. All right, well, it looks like I swing and a miss. I'm gonna have to go refund this guy some money. I don't know how well it's gonna stay there. Anyway, I can't find this stuff, and it's bugging the poop out of me. But, you know, I always talk a little bit about life and how things are, at least it seems that way every day. And, you know, having kids in this decade, not even this decade, having kids in 2021 is not having kids in 1995. I'm trying to think of when I was 15. Oh, in 2000. Being 15 in 2021 is not the same as being 15 in 2000. It is hard work raising a teenager. Oh my gosh. Oh. Anyway, guys, I'm not gonna bore you right now. I'm on my way. I gotta take care of some personal things, and then probably go to the farm. We'll do some stuff out there this evening. Today has been kind of a Today was one of those days. Today's adventure was, I planned it and it went kaboom. So, all right guys, so I started finally at the shop. It has been a while, but last night I got the tunnel welded in, so now it's time to move on to getting the shifter out of there and into here, right? So I made this template that's gonna basically go on there, and I should have started this earlier, but here it is, boom, voila, we now have a template, right? That is kind of gonna go on there. We're gonna clean it up a little bit, make it look a little bit more uniform, not so jagged. Like that is a weird cut. Those are a little off, those are a little off, but hey, can only bend the bandsaw so far. So I'm gonna make some more noise. We're watching some Hoonigan in the background. Hoonicorn versus the world. So it's one of those type of nights, guys. Filler panels made. Boom, that was pretty easy. Just gotta like tack weld that thing in. But first we gotta drill a hole because I gotta be able to shift the thing, right? So I'm thinking, because the shifter's way, like it's up here, way up here. So what I'm thinking about doing is we're gonna put it something like that, and that should, I think, give us enough room down there. So I'm gonna do that while he does that. Oh, all right, so we got the hole out. Camera died, so I set up a time-lapse camera that way. But I got the hole out. Got the panel out. That thing's freaking scorching hot. I swear though, seriously, this drill is probably as it's hot still. It's probably as old as I am, and it cut all the joints in this cage. So pretty impressed with it, happy with it. It's gonna finish this car for sure. Like no ifs, ands, buts about it. That's the drill that we use on this car. So moving on, back to the whole things. I knew going into this that my shifter placement, like all the way up here, was in a really weird spot. So give you guys some, here, let's get you some visuals. All right, so there we got my steering. I know it's loose, ignore that. Shifter hole. So this is the factory shift point. This is obviously my new shift point. So that's kind of an issue there. But if I stick this guy down in here, I didn't think about this when I was cutting holes. I wasn't taking into consideration that that was that way. At the end of the day, the shifter is way out of reach. Like I can't reach that. Like that's my full arm extended. And that would be fourth gear right there, third, second, for like, I don't know guys. So here's the debacle. This thing's in my way. I kind of feel hyperextended on my legs, so I do need to come forward a little bit. I need to read this book I got at home, Skip Barber. It's the Skip Barber Racing School book. And a friend of mine, Tamara, she gave it to me. I should need to read that because, I know the seat's a little crooked. I know there is a geometry that's supposed to be associated with how your arms and stuff are supposed to be. Here, give you an idea of seating position right now. Like this feels way more comfortable, but if I go, I could probably go back just a little bit. If you look at the length, I mean, it, even here, my knees are slightly bent, steering, I'm not too tight. Like this is comfortable to me. The shifter is still just out of reach. So I got to do something about this. Now that I think about it, I do have another T5. So now that I think about it, I do have another T5 transmission down here. And this one is actually, I think, out of an S10 or something. I don't know. What I am curious of is are the shifters the same? They should be. We're gonna find out real quick. Realistically, the reason I went with a T5, for those of you guys who don't know or wondering why, it wasn't so much for the T5 transmission as it was to get to the 621 bell housing, because that bell housing, that 4-bolt pattern, gives me the ability to run like Muncie's, Sawzall, Zigzaws, TKO 500s and CK 600s, a lot of NASCAR recycled NASCAR units, like 4-speed top loader, 4 top loaders, a lot of very interesting transmissions, which makes this as a package car a lot cheaper to operate when there is old technology that's already been proven under heavier abuse. So that's my way of building this car. Give you just a little backstory of how I'm doing this and why SPR Industries is called Spare Parts Racing. So back into this. Right. Camera might not have been rolling. So this shifter basically neutral's right there. I mean, as far as like a shifter base, yeah, it'd probably work just fine, but neither of these shifters are going to work. I think the length is going to be okay. Like, honestly, I'm thinking maybe bring a handle back like this, something I can do, right? Heck, you know what? Maybe we get a T handle shifter, like a Hurst T handle shifter. That would be cool. Just something, wham, wham, wham. But I'm thinking maybe just bring something out here towards me. The way the linkage sits, I mean, just the way it's shipped, I mean, it's right there. It's directly on top of it. So my mind tells me we can tack some shit together and see what happens. We're gonna try that. We're gonna tack some stuff together and see what happens. I mean, I got 2 of them. Let's cut one up. It's attached. Shifter's cut down. It's in the car. Put the plate here, just the right place to rest. Here's the pattern. So there's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then I can't get it into reverse because material. So what I'm thinking is bringing like a shifter back towards me, some a little bit more like hot rod. Put it with maybe a T handle here. I was thinking something like this, if you can kind of get the angle on the dangle there. But I'm not going to figure it out tonight. I'm going to have to chop this thing down some more. I think I'm going to go ahead and take that T5 shifter apart as well, kind of get an idea of, you know, where things are going to fit. But we got some more stuff done. I'm happy with it. Figured out a couple things. I'm pretty happy with what I got through tonight. That hole was a glorified pita. I wish I would have drilled it back just a little bit more, but here, it ain't the end of the world. At the end of the day, I'm gonna have to make my own shifter, and I kind of assume that already. Might reach out to I might order an eBay special T5 shifter. I don't know. We're gonna look into it. Just something that's maybe more straight or more built-in factory, like you can adjust me stuff. I'm gonna see what kind of stuff's available on the market for us. I know they make short throw T5s. That I know. So now we know now that we know what we know about that thing. I figured I'd have to make a shifter anyways. I'm probably gonna take that T5 shifter over there apart for that. That's the one that came with this trans as well. So it's probably a good idea if I do them both. If anybody has any recommendations on shifter things here, I would love to hear some constructive criticism. I'm 100% open for whatever. It's not like it's gonna be hard. This is like if I had to rate this on a how hard is hard scale, I would probably give this like a 2 or a 3. Like, I don't think this is gonna be hard. It's probably gonna be a lot of trial and error, but overall the objective is very simple. We need shifter here, we need to be able to do things, and that's all. It just needs to be able to clear, and it needs to be within reachable distance of me without straining. So I think it's a pretty easy objective. It's just not something I'm gonna finish tonight. So I think that is where I'm gonna cut this one off at tonight, guys. So, all right, guys, well, you know the deal. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. I'm outie. Let's try the claw method. The claw, like Juan recommended. The claw. All right, well, I was gonna let you guys go, but then I decided, you know what, we're gonna put the dashboard in, give it another perspective, because my boy Juan said the other day that on camera the perspective of the car is kind of skewed. I don't know if that's maybe the camera lens or what, but I decided to go ahead and put the dashboard in here and give you guys another perspective of the shifter on this thing in the factory location. Is back here and up here. There we go. It would be directly underneath of everything. You know, maybe if I just cut some more of this out, I can like winsel a shifter over this way. That might be an option as well. I don't know. We're gonna have to figure something out. All the gears are there. I just want to like clock it just a little bit and then bring it up. That's it. I think that would be ideal, because reverse would be doable, like something just up and over. Because that even, just a little up, just a little, just like a bit. I don't know. But yeah, I just want to share that with you. I thought this was pretty interesting. Another version, another perspective, because this is where the radio is, the climate control down here, the ashtray is right there, and then the shifter column comes all the way back here. So right now I have to lean forward to get this, and my pedals are going to be more like this. So another thing to think about with this, and if you've ever taken the carpet out of your car, there's like four, almost 5 inches of carpet padding, and then a giant void underneath of your seat, right? All the way up here, like that. The floor is like right there. Like the floor's like this far away from the pedals. I'm 8 inches away from the pedals. So that's another thing that has to be considered, is I might actually have to put a platform for my feet to sit up higher so I can have the proper pedal placement. These are all little things that I'm noticing as the car is progressing. Now that I've got my rant out of my system, I'm going home. Time to edit tomorrow's vlog, which is technically the one you'll see. It's tomorrow's vlog, but it's technically, since you're watching this, it's in the future? I don't know. Anyway, guys, you know the deal. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. I'm out. Oh, let's use the claw method. Like, now, opacity out.